The fight is over, and you're both just sitting with it now. What was said is still in the air. And the strange thing is, you know this person. You know they didn't mean it. You know they love you, and they know the same about you. But somehow, you found exactly the right words to reach the part of each other that hurts the most. Most couples assume this means something is wrong with them. The research says something completely different. The hurt isn't working against the love. It's coming from the exact same place. We're going to show you exactly why the people who love each other most are also the most capable of hurting each other. What happens in the body during a fight that makes cruelty almost inevitable, and what that tells you about what you're actually trying to fix. That last part is the one most couples miss. John Bowlby, the psychologist who first mapped how human attachment works, identified something that seems obvious once you hear it, but changes everything once you really sit with it. The attachment system, the part of your brain that bonds you to another person, is not just about warmth and connection. It's also a threat detection system, and it is calibrated to be most sensitive to the person it is most bonded to. Which means this: a dismissive comment from a colleague barely registers. A cold look from a stranger disappears in seconds. But the same comment, the same look from your partner, your nervous system flags it as danger. This is not a flaw in how you're wired. It's the system working exactly as designed. For most of human history, your primary bond was your survival. Losing that person, being rejected by them, sensing them pulling away, any of that was a genuine threat to your life. So the brain became extremely sensitive to any signal that the bond might be at risk. That sensitivity didn't go away. It's still running. And it means that the person you're closest to has the most precise access to your alarm system. Not because they're trying to hurt you, because that's what closeness costs. In the 1980s, the psychologist John Gottman at the University of Washington began measuring what happens inside the body during couples conflicts. Not just what people said, what their physiology was doing while they said it. What he found was this: when heart rate crosses approximately 100 beats per minute during an argument, the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for empathy, nuance, and self-control, begins to go offline. Gottman called it flooding. And here's what matters about it. It doesn't take much to get there with someone you love, because the threat sensitivity is already higher. A sharp tone, a dismissive look, the wrong silence at the wrong moment. The body reads these as danger signals. The heart rate rises, and before either person has said anything truly damaging, the capacity for careful thought is already shrinking. What comes out next isn't really them at their worst. It's a nervous system that has been pushed past the point where rational thought is accessible, saying whatever it can find to either defend or discharge. What looks like cruelty from the outside is often someone running threat response software with the lights out upstairs. And underneath all of this, there is something even simpler. To love someone, really love them, you have to let them pass the defenses you carry everywhere else. You have to let them see the parts of you that are unfinished, uncertain, afraid. The parts you don't show at work or with acquaintances or even with friends. That openness is what makes intimacy real. And it is also what makes precise wounds possible. A stranger cannot hurt you where it really counts. They don't have the access. They don't know where to look. Your partner, by definition, does. Not because they went looking for ways to hurt you, because you let them close enough to find out. So when the people who love each other most also hurt each other most, it is not a contradiction. It is the same mechanism operating in both directions. The closeness that makes love possible is the same closeness that makes the wounds precise. You cannot have one without the other. Every couple who has ever been genuinely close has been here, in that moment after, when both people know what just happened and neither of them fully understands how. You didn't hurt each other because you don't love each other enough. You hurt each other because you do. The bond that holds you together is what makes the hurt land where it does. That is not a reason to love each other less, but it is a reason to understand what you are actually working with.
So, the next time you're sitting in the quiet after something was said, and you're both wondering how you got there again, it helps to know what was actually happening. One nervous system read a threat. One brain got flooded past the point of careful thought. Two people who gave each other enough access to find the places that hurt the most. That's not incompatibility. That's intimacy, with the volume turned all the way up. The question is not how to stop loving each other enough to stop getting hurt. The question is what to do in the moment before the flooding takes over. We break down the pause method in our conflict resolution toolkit, which is specifically designed for the moment when you can feel a conversation starting to escalate. It's a practical tool, not a concept, and it works at the physiological level, not just the conversational one. Link is in the description if you want it. We also have a collection of free guides there if you want to keep going. If this video made something click for you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. We share a new video every week on what love actually looks like when it's working and how to get there. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next one.